djlonghairorig here in house, and welcome everyone to another MTG Roundtable. I hope everyone is having an awesome week. Happy Valentine's Day to those that celebrate tomorrow. We will have a stream tomorrow as well, but and of course, happy Single Awareness Day as well. So good job, good times, all that fun stuff. Hello, Cowboy Dan, how you doing?
Oh, pretty good, pretty good. I'm going to be enjoying watching the Singles Awareness Day meltdowns. You know, all those privileged Karens that think that they deserve a ring tomorrow, posting their TikTok videos when they don't get it. So I'm going to be looking forward to that.
Yeah.
I'm going to laugh, but, I reserve my right to laugh at everybody who doesn't get what they want on Valentine's Day.
For sure, dude. I mean, yeah. How about you, Robert? How you doing?
Oh, man, I'm doing a lot better than I have been, that's for sure.
Oh, that's good, man. Yeah, we missed you. You've been gone for a minute.
Oh, yeah. Went through a lot of rough patches, man. A lot of rough shit.
Bro, that's my life.
Yeah.
So still right before the stream, I'm dealing with a whole box that dumped, so bear with me if I'm a little sidetracked. Good to have you back. Brian Giles, how are you doing, my friend?
Have no fear, students. Because I am here.
What's up, POA? How you doing, brother? Back ahead. Been a minute, man. Good to see you. Square parent. What, dude? Oh yeah. Okay. Single Awareness Day. Yeah, I almost forgot. Yeah, I know, right? That's tomorrow, bro. It's crazy. Hopefully, you got someone for your Siggy or something cool for yourself, if you're single, whatever, right? Oh, he calls it Single Appreciation Day. Gotcha. All right. So, what I figured we'd start it off with is reading. I know, but we'll take turns. We'll take like I don't know. What do you think, Dan? Like a paragraph each or something?
Oh, sure, a paragraph each. Sure.
Does that work, Robert?
That'll work for me.
All right, cool. And that way it spreads the love a little bit. But yeah, so we're gonna go through the article, and then we might debate a little bit in between. But yeah, let's get to reading. I guess I'll start off already. We have Gavin Vorhe. Hello, everyone. This is Gavin on behalf of the Commander Format panel. I'm gonna.
Is there a way we can make the font a little bigger? My old self. There we go. That's a little better.
Is it though? I could try to boost it up a little bit. Let's see.
My old self, and
How's
I'm
that?
just thinking about them people reading on their phones on the toilet.
Right.
That'll do.
Or one more.
Oh, even better.
Is that good?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right. Today, we're very excited to share with you the beta test of our new Commander matchmaking system, Commander Brackets. Let's see those parentheses and the aliens guy. Hell yeah. In our last article, late October, we talked about a system like this that we were working on and refining. And we have been. There you go. They did their homework, sort of. We put a lot of time and iteration into it as a group, and it really was a big team effort. Today, we talk about it and share an updated roadmap for the future. Before we get into Commander Brackets, 3 important things I want to mention is to set expectations around what... Oh, wait. Oh, 3 important things to set expectations around what you'll be seeing today. Okay. I am like... before we go any further, I got a huge mess on the desk because I'm dealing with that 1,000-card pickup game. I didn't choose on playing, but I do want to get a quick cheers in. Cheers.
Nobody ever chooses to play card pickup.
Yeah, exactly.
It is humor of fate. Or poor player skills. One of the two.
Well, cheers, everyone, and back to the article. All right, Dan, go ahead.
Well, number 1, I expect for most people who play Commander, nothing will change. You can continue to play with friends as you always have without digging into this system. And that's totally fine. Tons of regular play groups have figured out what works well for them, which is great. However, as Commander has grown and become a fixture at game stores and big events, we want to create a common language to help people find well-paired games. I'm sure many of you have had the experience of sitting down to play a game and quickly finding out that the decks are operating in extremely different levels. I would think of this system as replacing the power level, the 1 to 10 scale, with something more useful. It's a tool to help you find a Commander game that you enjoy.
Okay.
One Commander has lacked is good ways to discuss what kind of game you want to play, and it helps provide additional terminology, and Rule Zero still exists. You're certainly welcome to say, hey, I'm in bracket too, except for this one thing. Is that okay? Is that okay with everybody? Having that conversation is great.
All right, cool. We'll pause there. Genesis, welcome, brother. I know you can't stay long, but probably an hour after the show, I am going to do our finish line bundles. So if you can stay up for it, cool. If not, I look for it in the morning. But yeah, I just want to let you know. What's up, K-Torque? How you doing? Pablo, what's up, man? The play booster battle is tomorrow at 4:20. So that would be 7:20 Eastern time. So make sure you guys tune in for that. All right, cool. Robert, let me get you a couple paragraphs here. I know you want to say number 2, so I'll let that for you.
Awesome.
Because number 2 works for you.
Number 2
That's
works
right.
for everyone.
That's
Number
right.
2, this system, nor really any system, cannot stop bad actors. If someone wants to lie to you and play mismatched, we can't prevent that. However, a lot of people just want to play games in earnest with other decks like theirs, and this aims to help in that regard. There are many ways to game the system. Be honest with yourself and others as you play with them. And number
right.
3, we want to stress that this is a beta test. Your feedback is going to be critical. While we're excited about this, we'd also be very surprised if it was perfect. So please, I encourage you to tell us your thoughts. The Commander channel in the official Magic the Gathering Discord is a great place, as well as other social media outlets. Another place we'll be watching for feedback is at MagicCon Chicago. We wanted to be sure that to have this out ahead of the event so we can put it in action there. A portion of the command zone will be designated for testing this, and I expect members of the CFP and Wizard staff will be stopping by. Of course, plenty of the command zone will still just be regular play space. With those 3 points down, let's get into Commander brackets.
All right, Commander brackets overview. There are 5 Commander brackets, each one meant to classify a different kind of game experience. Brackets 1, 2, and 3 are different levels of socially focused play. Brackets 4 and 5 are focused on higher power or even competitive experience. In each bracket description, you will find guidance around 4 kinds of effects that really impact games: 2-card infinite combos, extra turns, masked land denial, and tutors for things other than lands. So again, tutoring a land is not the same as regular tutoring, according to this article. Noting where and how you should expect to see them. For a little additional definition around mass land denial, this category is a card that most commanders find frustrating. So to emphasize it up front, you should not expect to see cards anywhere in brackets 1 and 3. These cards you regularly destroy, exile, or bounce other lands, keeping lands tapped, or change what mana is produced by 4 or more lands per player without replacing them. Examples in this category are Armageddon, Ruination, Sunder, Winter Orb, and Blood Moon. Basically, any cards and common game plans that mess with several people's lands or the mana they produce should not be in your deck if you're seeking to play in brackets 1 through 3. Additionally, if, oh god, easy buddy. Additionally, if you see some references to Game Changers list, this is new. Small list of cards we share at the end that brackets refer to and cards targeted by a higher bracket play. First, let's show you the brackets. There you go, guys. So you got one, you got Exhibition, Core, Upgraded, Optimized, and CEDH. You'll notice there's not much difference between Optimized and CEDH, as again, it's more of a mindset and the way you build. I think the reason why they put 4 and 5 as separate is I'm sure there's going to be cards that will be unbanned or mentioned for CEDH only. So that could be a reason why. Because if you look at it, it looks exactly the same, right, Robert?
Yeah, it does. It looks pretty much identical, but yeah, it's all in how you play the deck, how you build it.
Yeah. And I didn't get to watch Voorhees' Good Morning Magic show too much. I know he had kind of a softer explanation of some of the things as well. So if you haven't checked that out, go check it out. I don't have the link readily accessible, but if you look under Magic, I'm sure you'll find it. Okay, so bracket 1. Here we go. Dan. Hello.
Sorry, I had myself muted by accident.
Oh, no worries.
All right, bracket 1. Bracket 1, Exhibition. Experience Throwdown with your ultra casual commander deck. Winning is not the primary goal here. It's more about showing off something unusual you've made. Villains yelling in the art. Everything has a number 4, maybe. Oops, all horses. There are fair game. The games are likely to have a long and go long and end slowly. Just focus on having fun and enjoying what the table has brought. You got deck building. No cards from the Game Changers list. No what was that? Intentional 2-card infinite combos, mass land, denial, or extra turn cards. Tutors to be sparse. Okay. That was bracket 1.
All right, Robert, if you'll get bracket 2, let me get that queued up here for you, buddy. There you go.
All right, bracket 2, core bracket. The easiest reference point is that the average current pre-con deck is a core level 2. While bracket 2 decks may not have every perfect card, they have the potential for big splashy turns, strong engines, and are built in a way that works toward winning the game. While the game is unlikely to end out of nowhere and generally goes 9 or more turns, you can expect big swings. The deck usually has some cards that aren't perfect from a gameplay perspective, but are there for flavor reasons or just because they bring a smile to your face. Deck building, no cards from the Game Changers list, no intentional 2-card infinite combos or mass land denial. Extra turn cards should appear in low quantities and not intended to be chained in succession or looped. Tutors should be sparse.
All right. Bracket 3, upgraded. Okay, these decks are souped up and ready to play beyond the strength of an average pre-constructed deck. They are full of carefully selected cards, with work having gone into figuring out the best card for each slot. The games tend to be a little bit faster as well, ending a turn or 2 sooner than your core bracket 2 decks. This also is where players can begin playing with up to 3 cards from the Game Changers list, amping up the decks further. Of course, if it doesn't have any Game Changers to be bracket 3 deck, many decks are more powerful than pre-constructed deck, even without them. These decks generally should not have any 2-card infinite combos that can happen cheaply and in about the first 6 or so turns of the game, but it is possible the long game could end up with one being deployed even out of nowhere. Deck building, up to 3 cards from the Game Changers list. No intentional early game 2-card infinite combos. Early turn or extra turn cards should be only if I could talk. Extra turn cards should only appear in low quantities and are not intended to be chained in succession or looped. Okay, and now we got the pro level. There you go, optimized. You got this, Dan.
Optimize bracket 4. Experience. It's time to go wild. Bring out your strongest decks and cards. You can expect to see explosive stars, strong tutors, cheap combos that end games, mass land destruction, or full deck of cards of the game changers list. This high-powered commander and games that potentially to end quick. The focus here is bring the best version of the game you want, the best version of the deck you want to play, but not one built around a tournament. Oh!
Ooh,
Just
sorry.
jumped. It just jumped. Ah,
There you go.
All right. Not
There we
one
go.
built around a tournament metagame. It's about shuffling up your strong and fully optimized deck, whatever it be, and seeing how it fares. For most commander players, these are the highest power commander decks you will interact with. Deck building. There are no restrictions other than the banned list.
All right, and pretty much the bracket doesn't really tell a difference, but I know you could tell. Robert, go ahead and get CEDH.
All right, the bracket 5 is CEDH, the highest power with very competitive and metagame focused mindset. Mindset is a key part of the description. Much of it is how you approach the format and deck building. It's not just no holds barred where you play your most powerful cards like bracket 4. It requires careful planning. There's care paid into following and paying attention to a metagame and tournament structure, and no sacrifices are made in deck building as you try to be the one to win the pod. Additionally, there's special care and attention paid to behavior and tableside negotiations, such as not making spite plays or concessions that play into the tournament structure. CEDH and similar names is where winning matters more than self-expression. You might not be playing your favorite cards or commanders as pet cards are usually replaced with cards needed in the meta, but you're playing what you think will be most likely to win. No restrictions other than the banned list.
All right. So I'll go ahead and get this last part here. The game changers list. What is the game changers list? You saw several mentions of this above. Yada yada. We'll introduce. We'll think it will be huge help for matchmaking and understanding the format. Game changers dramatically warp commander games, allowing players to run away with resources, shift games in ways that many players dislike, block people from play, efficiently search for their strongest cards, or have commanders that tend to take away from more casual games. And unlike some previous systems that we discussed, it's only a single additional list to track. Okay. In addition to that function, you can imagine as part of the sort of a watch list, any future bans will likely come from this list, say for maybe what shows on the new set and immediately causes problems like Nadu. Nah, dude. Come on. There's no problems with Nadu. Similarly, unbanned cards are likely to end up here. Yep. This creates a nice half step between the banned list and showing up everywhere. It also really helps to ensure that you know what cards we have our eyes on, so cards don't feel like they're banned out of nowhere in the future, trying to protect their butt. It also gives us a tool to unban cards and try them or nudge around cards without a ban needed if a card shows up and is frustrating at casual tables, but fine by competitive players. We'll add it to the game changers list in an update to get the right place. To get to the right place. There you go. And similarly, if times or opinions change and a card on this list looks fine in casual play, we'll take it off. It's not unlike how Canadian Highlander adjusts point values every now and then, which is complicated, I guess, for newbies, but the Highlander system works. Now, to be clear, most of these cards are unlikely to be banned. You shouldn't go trading away your Gaia's Cradles in concern. However, it is clear signal for players to know that these cards indicate a different kind of play, and others might prefer not to play against them. We all discussed a lot of what we felt should be on this list and make sure it's useful and manageable, and ended up at exactly 40 cards. The number being round is just a coincidence. This list doesn't always have to be 40. Here is our initial Game Changers list for the Commander Brackets test area. All right, so Dan, go ahead and read out the white ones. And Robert, get the blue, and I'll get the black, and we'll work it from there.
All right. Game Changers, white. Daneth Magistrate.
Mhm.
Enlightened Tutor. Sarah's Sanctum. Smothering Tithe. And last, survey says, Trouble in Paris. Show me Trouble in Paris.
That's right. All right, Robert.
All right, so blue.
Ew.
All of my favorite cards: Cyclonic
You're right.
Rift, Expropriate, Force of Will, Fierce Guardianship, Rhystic Study, Thassa's Oracle, Urza, Lord High Artificer, Mystical Tutor, and Jin-Gitaxi's Core Augur.
All right, and then we got black. We got Bolas' Citadel, which is surprising because it's a 6-drop, but okay. Demonic Tutor, Imperial Serial, yes, Imperial Seal, Opposition Agent, Tergrid, God of Fright, and Vampiric Tutor, and Ad Nauseum. I'll go ahead and pick up red and green since it's easy. We got red, got the least affected. They just have Jesky's Will and Underworld Breach in there. Okay. Green, Survival of the Fittest, Voraclex, Voice of Hunger, and of course, Gaia's Cradle. You'll notice it's only the only one land on here. Go ahead and get multicolored in.
What'd you say?
Oh, multicolor.
Multicolor. Okay. That's not a word. Keenan Ivory Wayne's Boundary Prodigy.
Yes.
Yakuro, Yuriko, the Tiger Shadow, Minota, Joiners of Forces.
No, it's like Winnona's Big Brown Beaver.
Okay. Okay. Winona. Okay. Grand Abitur, Augustine the Fourth.
Arbiter. Yeah.
All
right. Yeah.
I like
some
Arbiter.
Problematic commanders.
I like Arbiter.
Arbiter.
Yeah.
Yeah, Arbiter. Yeah, I like that too. All right, colorless, Robert.
Again, more of my favorite things.
I know all of them.
Ancient Tomb, Chrome Mox, the One Ring, the Tabernacle at Pendrell Vale, Trinisphere, Grim Monolith, Lion's Eye Diamond, Mox Diamond, Mana Vault, and Glacial Chasm. By the way, Gaia's Cradle, Glacial Chasm, Ancient Tomb, Tabernacle, Sarah Sanctum,
lands, yeah.
All lands. Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry. Well, I was saying before that there was no lands listed. They had it in green, but yeah, good call.
Yeah.
Tabernacle. Yeah. Glacial Chasm. Okay, got it. All right. So I don't have a visual thingy for all those cards, but most of you guys know them. But that is the Game Changer list. All right. Now, click here to see Game Changers in deck list view. Okay. Oh, that doesn't help. Never mind. All right. The exact cards on the Game Changers list is something we'll be carefully looking for feedback on during the beta period. Quick recap. There's a lot about philosophy and goals above, but I know many will just want the quick rundown. So here it is. Bracket 1, incredibly casual, focus on decks built around a theme, like the Weatherlight Crew, as opposed to focusing on winning. No game changers, 2-card combos, mass land denial, or extra turns. Tutors should be sparse. And they say few tutors. Few means 3. Just saying. It's not 2, but anyway. Bracket 2, core, power level of the average modern day pre-constructed deck sits here. No game changers, 2-card combos, or mass land denial. You should expect to be chaining extra turn, or you shouldn't expect to chain extra turns together. Tutors should be sparse. Optimize, go wild. Okay, and CDH, this is more focused on metagame tournament structure. No restrictions other than a ban list. And then the list of the game changers. You guys saw the 40 cards. Have questions? Feel free to hit them up and bug them. Please, by all means, do so. All right. Dan, upcoming roadmap. Go for it.
All right. Upcoming roadmap. Sorry.
Whoa,
Tomorrow.
hey now.
Sorry, tomorrow is on my mind.
Wait, it's single awareness. Never mind.
We want to leave you with. Okay.
All right, there you go.
We want to leave you all with a better understanding of what we're doing next about and when it will happen. That way you can better anticipate updates. So we're going to give you a transparent look behind the curtain here. Opens curtain. The first step is for you to try and
Not on Single Awareness Day, you aren't.
Yeah, right.
Sorry, that was bad. All right, go ahead.
The first step is I'm keeping that curtain open. Secondly, first you got to try for us is to hear the thoughts. I'm sure we'll start hearing feedback quickly. We're excited to see a bunch of people trying this in person at MagicCon Chicago. Depending on how that goes, we will inform much of the future, provided that the system generally works and is heading in the right direction. We will be making revisions soon after MagicCon for any structural changes if we want to include them. Then the information of how that all went in mind. Well, beginning discussing any potential unbans with the game changers list as a tool. We can potentially unban cards and add them to the list to keep them available at the higher brackets while keeping them out of the lower ones. The goal here provides the system works, and we'll come back with one big article in late April that'll both roll out the full system and any unbans all together. And as we said back in October, no bans will be happening at that time, just potentially some unbans. So you're eager to hear about the unbans. Late April is the date to circle on your calendar. And if anything changes in the meantime, we'll let you know. This schedule is, of course, contingent on the system directionally working.
All right. And we'll pause you there. Robert, I guess you got the last here for a few.
What's that? The welcome to the beta?
Yeah. Once you're through with that, we'll get working on a regular cadence for updates. So, to hear from us. Hopefully that clues you in a bit on what to expect soon. All right. Welcome to beta. Yeah.
Thanks for taking the time to check this all out, and thank you for your patience as we put it all together. Speaking as Gavin here, well, who else would you speak as, brother?
Yes.
Want to thank the rest of the CFP for their work. They took the initial structure of an idea we at Wizards mentioned last October and really evolved it into something that's more workable and understandable while covering a wider array of Commander players. There was plenty of great debate and discussion, and while not every person necessarily aligns on a single element, I can see pieces from each and every person nestled somewhere in the DNA of this system. It's been really incredible to watch the team bring it together. We've had a lot of great discussions talking about it, and I'm excited for you to try it out. A fun exercise to run for yourself as you're packing for your next in-person Commander session is try and bring decks of a few different brackets. I'm sure no shortage of pieces will be written, filmed, told in person, posted on our official Discord or otherwise, and we look forward to reading them. Many of us will see you in Chicago. Until then, on behalf of Commander Format Panel, this is Gavin signing off.
All right, and here's everyone that's on the Commander format panel. We got Attack on Cardboard, Bandit, Benjamin Wheeler, Charlotte Sable, Dequan Watson, Deco, Greg, Splon. Oop, we lost someone. Hey, TCG dude, how you doing?
Yo, glad to be here at the party.
Oh yeah, it tattoo. I don't know how to say that right. Josh Lee Kwai. Christian Gregory, Lau Stardust, Olivia Gilbert Hicks, Rachel Weeks, Rebel Lily, Scott Larrabee, Tim Willoughby, and Toby Elliott. Okay. And since you're new here, you want to get this, handle this one here, TCG dude?
Sure, why not? All right. Commander bracket Q&A. As you can imagine, in this design process, there's a lot we talked about. You may have some questions. Something we wanted to do was answer some questions we thought might be common. This is long and gets into details on topics
boy.
for anybody out there who wants to dig in. We hope it helps. All right. I do not like this. Do I
Yes.
have to use it? The answer is no, not at all. As we mentioned up top, if your group is having success playing games you love without this, awesome. Go forth. This is just one tool you can use. We would ask, though, if you are looking for a way to matchmake, to try it out and give it a shake.
People get arrested for that. All right. I'll get the next one. Why is card X on the game changer list? Let me break it down. The reasons and categories for all cards on there as of this iteration: Enlightened Tutor, Mystical, Demonic, Vampiric, Imperial Seal, Survival of the Fittest. These are the best in class tutors and tend to find combo pieces or just homogenize the game to play out similarly. While tutors are already mentioned in the bracket structure, these 6 are ones we wanted to call out specifically. Giant of the Magistrate, Opposition Agent, Trinosphere. Did we see Opposition Agent in there? I don't remember seeing that. Trinosphere, Glacial Chasm, and the Tabernacle of Pendril Vale. These efficiently lock out your opponent's ability to use their cards, often in frustrating ways. Yeah. Chrome Mox, Grim Monolith, Mox Diamond, Mana Vault, and Ancient Tomb. These are extremely powerful, fast mana pieces that accelerate the game. Smothering Tithe, Trouble in Pairs, Rustic Study, One Ring, Just Guy's Will, and Bullet Citadel. These provide overwhelming resource advantage for their mana value and tend to cause player to snowball with the game. And they also forgot that, what was that one robot or artifact dude? One white pip from Modern Horizons 2.
Oh goodness, yeah, the Javelineer, whatever non-artifact. I'm literally shuffling it in my deck in my hands. Oh god.
The Ristic Buddy.
The Ristic Buddy. Esper
Yeah,
Sentinel.
the Risky Buddy. Esper Sentinel. I'm surprised that did not make the list.
Yeah.
Guess because it was on a stick. Dan, go ahead and get Voraclex there.
Voraclex. All right. Voraclex, Voice of Hunger. This is an extension of the mana denial restriction. This is an extension of mana denial restriction. Sounds like a disease that I've been diagnosed with at one point in time. Okay. Mana denial restriction. It doesn't fully fit our description given and is little nicer than other mass land denial cards, but we still want to keep this card clear from the lower brackets.
Okay.
This is an extension of the mana denial restriction.
Really? Boyle's not considered as mass land denial on Moxfield. Nice. They left green alone a lot. I think this bracket stuff is trash. I agree with you on some levels. And POA is asking why. I think it's way off target. Yep. Okay. And Bob has some good things to say here. POA is a very long explanation, but to summarize, it's a weak delivery on the promise to provide guidance. It's full of loose languages and basically a little better than saying use rule 0, pretty much.
I mean,
And
my counterpoint to that would be,
Yeah.
you know, some rules are better than no rules, even if it's half-baked.
Okay, not sure. Okay. Oh God, stop it. Okay. Yeah, I think I also love fake intellectualism is so radical, right? Okay. Let me go back here. All right, we got you did which one did you do? Lion's Eye? Oh, you did that one. Okay. Lion's Eye, Diamond, Underworld Breach, Ad Nauseum. These are combo and storm cards, usually up to no good, and can create power and goal mismatches at a more casual table. All right, Robert, get that Gaia's. Get it.
Gaia's Cradle and Sarah's Sanctum. These lands provide a huge mana boost and can rapidly accelerate the game.
Uh,
And Thassa's, I'll go on if you want.
okay. Sure.
Thassa's Oracle, best in class way to win the game on the spot and used as a 2-card combo. You're not lying.
Yo. Got Cyclonic Rift. This is the best in class way to reset everybody else in Commander, and often is not very fun way. I agree. Exploriate. While it's expensive, the combination of take a turn alongside taking 3 permanents, provided none of them give you extra turns, is strong enough to send some games on the spot to end games. Yes. Okay. Looks like we got a little bit more here. Brih. Okay. Dude. Thank you. Stop it. Okay, there we go. All right. Get Jin Contaxis there. TCG dude.
Oh, geez, if I must. All right,
Yeah.
so Jin Cataxis, Core Augur, a prime card to cheat out or reanimate. This Jin removes others' resources while ensuring you have endless in a quite unfun way.
Yeah.
Well, depends on, which way you're looking at it. I mean, I want to play to win, No, I'm just playing.
Yeah, exactly. Well, not at table ones, battle cruiser. Let's go.
Yep. All right. So Fierce Guardianship and Force of Will. Free counter spells were much debated. They are powerful and often protect your engine. Guardianship doesn't put you down a card to cast it, and Force of Will can counter anything, including commanders, and works on your turn, which often is used to protect your combos. Force of Negation was left alone, however, since it only counters non-creatures and only works on opponents' turns. Right, for the free cast form of it. You can cast it on your turn if you wish, or any turn. It's an instant. But yeah, I mean, that kind of makes sense, honestly. Like, I'm really happy that Force of Negation didn't get hit. Definitely a personal fave of mine. I like Modern Horizons. But I don't know. What do y'all think about the counter spell debate here? Do you think that they made the right move?
Honestly, to throw it on the game changers list, yeah. I mean, because you can do that turn 1 and just ruin someone's day like immediately. But it is what it is. What do you think, Robert? I mean, there really shouldn't be free spells, at least not for casual play.
I mean, yeah, I kind of agree. With I run both of those all the time. I'm surprised Deflecting Swat isn't up there though.
Yeah.
So that's my biggest kind of like what the heck. But other than that.
Yeah. Well, Deflecting Swat is a pseudo counter in that it redirects, right?
Yeah.
So it's not technically a counter spell, but I see that that's a valid argument that it should be on there, to be honest.
Yeah. No, I hear that. Fierce and Force of Will are staples of high performance builds. Yeah. Yeah, could be, man. Could be. You love free spells like you love free pizza. Hell yeah, dude. And then the black one on there to exile something is not on the list either, but it's not commonly used. I don't see it in a lot of commander builds, but it is super efficient. I forget the name of it, but yeah.
The Deadly Relic.
Deadly Relic, thank you. Yeah. Just matter of fact, picked it up some a while back, so now I have it in more decks. Yay! All right, Keenan, Yuriko, Winota's Big Brown Beaver, Grand Arbiters, Gaston IV, Turgrid, and Urza. We wanted to be very careful with the legendary creatures we hit, as essentially knocks them out of brackets 1 and 2. Additionally, your commander is one thing before playing the game, so it gives you an easy way to say, hey, I don't want to play against that commander. However, after a lot of discussion, we felt that these 6 were almost never used fairly when played as commanders. You don't say. I've never seen the fun, enjoyable for everybody Grand Arbiter deck out there in the wild. There might be one person out there who has it, and that person, feel free to try to convince the table, as mentioned earlier. Rule 0 will pretty much applies, but generally these are commanders that have certain pedigree of appearance, and most players don't want to play against it. Say bracket 2. This does not apply to the rest of your deck as well, or this does apply. While these cards can be a lot better than within your 99, we don't want an additional list distinguishing cards that are only game changers when used as commanders. But if you have any feedback on that, let us know. And I love the cop-out on the Soul Ring. It's been in the game since day one, I thought, right?
Yeah, I believe that's an alpha card. If I'm
It
not
is.
mistaken.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah. So, qualifies as fast mana, otherwise be cards like Mana Vault, right? Truth is, Soul Ring is the most iconic card in Commander and is something that since near in the beginning has been a poster child for the format. Playing a one Soul Ring is the universal truth handed down from Sheldon Menery. I'm probably pronouncing his last name wrong. I'm sorry. But he obviously didn't make the card. Every deck gets exactly one Soul Ring to let it power up and accelerate a bit extra on occasion. That remains true. And, basically when the original Commander, I don't know, committee did consider it, but said, oh, no, whatever, and got rid of the other fast mana. So that argument was kind of invalid. But yeah, all hail the Soul Ring. It's going to be a permanent fixture for every commander deck. There you go.
All
Deal
hail
with
the
it.
mighty Soul Ring.
Yeah, pretty much. And a lot of people complain about it, saying that, it is fast mana. If you're getting rid of fast mana, get rid of fast mana. And I agree with that statement. However, it's in every pre-con. They're not going to change it, in other words. So there you go. I don't know if you guys have other arguments for that, but I mean, it's just like, okay, too bad. Suffer. That's the that's the end
I'm
game,
personally
right?
okay with Soul Ring being in Commander and it not being a bracket, moving card.
Yeah. I mean, I guess it is what it is. I've always played with it, so I don't really see a big ordeal with it. But it does make some early game stuff a little, All right, card X should be on the list. Why isn't it? We talked about tons of cards. Send us your feedback. We'll take into account when working on the final version. All righty. How much more do we got? All right, Dan. Get this paragraph, and then Robert, if you would get why. So go ahead, Dan, with what does it mean?
What does it mean if my commander is on the game changers list? As described above, the card-by-card explanations, these commanders that tend to be exclusively frustrating and power outliers at lower brackets, it does mean you cannot play them there. If you believe that you have an Exhibition bracket 1 or core bracket 2 deck using one of these cards, for example, your deck commander by Urza falls under the Exhibition bracket because it's about retelling the story of the Brothers' War. Rule 0 is still very much in effect. And you're welcome to talk with your table. At upgraded bracket 3, it means it counts towards one of your 3 game changers. At the optimized and CEDH brackets, go wild.
Yeah. Okay. And all right, there you go, Robert. Let me move this down for you. Oh, okay. Why are there 5 brackets?
All right. Why are there 5 brackets? Doesn't it kind of boil down into 3? It's true that there are essentially 3 categories: no game changers, some game changers, and all game changers. We looked at 3 brackets for a while, but a couple of things became apparent. First, there's an audience that would really like to play a commander game below the level of pre-con decks. I personally think it's great that level exists. I've never built a purely goofy deck in my life, but now I have terminology to find those exhibition matches in bracket 1. I feel a lot more like building one. On the other end of the spectrum, and talking with our CEDH experts like Deco, Lewis Stardust, and Rebel, they really felt there's a difference between high power and CEDH worth quantifying. Additionally, a great point that was brought up was that CEDH already has done exactly what we're trying to do here with a label that indicates the kind of game you're looking for. They've earned that official labeling by virtue of it proving to have worked. We do expect a lot of commander decks to fall into the core upgraded and optimized brackets 2, 3, and 4, and that's totally okay. But having the room for exhibition and CEDH is something we felt was important, and if this is successful, those categories, especially exhibition, may grow over time.
All right, and TCG dude, if you can get those two.
Got you. My best deck has no game changers and is technically a bracket 2 deck. Should I play it there? You should play where you think you belong based on the descriptions. For example, if your deck has no holds barred power despite playing 0 game changers, then you should play it in bracket 4. Wow, that's kind of a jump.
Yeah.
Why 3 cards from the game changers list for bracket 3? We talked a lot about decks we had, what we expected, and what felt about right so that your deck could have some of these cards show up but not be full of them. We talked about 3, 4, and 5 cards, and while 5 doesn't sound like a lot, when the list is only around 40 cards, that's a lot. Ultimately, we wanted to start lower and see how it feels, but we're very much open to your feedback on this. We naturally expect people to talk about how many game changers are in their decks. Hello?
Hello?
So if someone says, hey, I have N game changers in my deck, is that okay? You can decide if that's something you're happy with. I mean, I don't know. That it sounds like they're, leaving it up to interpretation, really, and how almost back to the argument of every deck's a 7. Well, my deck's a 7. It's not too much different from that, but now there's at least some codified and named cards, and some sort of bracket structure that differentiates. I got a comparison to make at the end of all this, for anybody doubting this.
Yeah.
Hey, you're back.
Yeah, sorry, my audio issues. But anyways, Juggalo, everything is a 4 now, pretty much. If you have any game changers in your list. All right, I'll go ahead and tackle this next one. How worried should I be about labeling my deck correctly and finding my exact bracket to play with? There's some wiggle room. While playing against decks that are inside your bracket is ideal, you can usually wiggle within one bracket away from you safely. Bracket 2 is playing against bracket 3s can work fine, but what the system is really trying to avoid is bracket 2s playing against bracket 4s. How can I use the system practically? That is the big question. One thing I am really excited about is being able to put decks from brackets 1 to 4 in my bag and having all 4 ready to play. That way, I could play with different people depending on the kind of game people want to play. But above all, the Commander bracket system is meant to provide players with greater terminology. Even being able to say something like my deck has 5 game changers in it, is that cool? Gives you more agency when finding good games. Okay. And why is chaining extra turn spells called out specifically? A single extra turn spell can be fun and splashy. However, extra turn spells take a ton of time away from other players and their ability to play the game and tend to be unfun when repeated. In multiples, they begin to function like combo deck, where your combo is taking 4 turns in a row and getting so far ahead that nobody can catch up. Single extra turn, sure, but your Aetherdrift deck, about chaining all of them together, keep that for the higher brackets, please. I swear, like, okay, guys. Like with their 40 card list, right? And with the quick, beta, it just seems like they just had their decks that they play in the office kind of deal, or their particular play group. Like, there's so many other problematic cards that should be on the list, and problematic decks that should also be there. A 40 card list, to sum it down, to me, just kind of, I don't know. I hate to say it, but it seems low effort, right? That's what a lot of people are saying in the chat too. So, what if?
To be
yeah.
honest, I expect this list to expand to include some more
Yeah.
things too.
So I do, but I know they didn't want to list out 1,000 cards. That's for sure. But still, it just seems like whatever they're going after is just maybe problematic within their own play groups. But I don't know. Let me know in chat. What if my deck accidentally has a combo or finds a way to chain extra turn spells? There's something to be said for intent, which is why we call out no intentional combos, and the intent to chain together extra spells. I've built decks before with unintentional combos in them, and if you steal away a copy spells and cast extra turn spell, you can go for it. There's a big difference between deck building intent and what happens in game. For example, it's possible a game could end up with a mess of land denial if one player makes all lands into creatures and then another sweeps the board. That happens. There's a lot of cards in Magic. There is a lot of cards in Magic, but if someone builds their deck to intentionally, that's a no-no. So if you accidentally find an easy 2-card combo in your deck, hopefully it's a good laugh for everyone, and you now know to take it out for next time. Okay. I mean, for me, I don't have a lot of tutors in my deck because I like the randomness. So there are 2-card or multiple card combos that could go off, but like I don't have a way to just do it consistently in every deck, So I'll have to go through and see how it all like works out with the decks I have. But honestly, I don't know. Anyways, Dan. Hello.
Sorry, I was muted.
No worries.
All right. Is the same as the power bracket system. Is the same as the power bracket system, and you announced last year. Okay. The system can trace lineage back to that system, but as you can see, it's quite a bit different. When we showed that off last September, we were giving you a behind-the-scenes look at something we were working on in progress. And one of those things about how showcasing something before it's done is that it's likely to change. While directionally being able to bracket decks was useful as the CFP dug into it, well, there was all kinds of challenges with that proposed system. For one, that system meant that a lot of different lists you have to check against, which made it onerous, and it also simultaneously meant you couldn't add single high bracket card to your deck without being the highest level. After doing a lot of iteration, we landed on the system which only has single list of cards, and bracket 3 lets you play a little bit of the higher bracket stuff without going fully into it, which is how many people build their decks. Finally, we want people to move away from the word power, which is why these cards are called commander brackets. Swords to plowshares and counter spells are incredibly powerful cards, but they are also totally fine for games for commander. We really want to focus less on power level and more on game experience. You want, and the cards you can radically change that game's experience.
Yeah. Well, thank you guys for reading through this. I really appreciate it. Robert, if you would take this next one. Hello.
I got it.
Oh, okay.
I'm here. Sorry about that.
Oh, okay.
You really didn't talk about mana bases at all. Is there guidance for that? While mana is of course critical for playing Magic, it's rare that a mana base is what causes games to be unfun or warping for other players, which is what the focus is on here. The further up the scale you go, the more I generally expect stronger mana bases to show up because it matters more. CEDH decks will want the most efficient mana bases they can have, whereas mana bases for exhibition decks matter less because games are slower and highly thematic. But there are no hard and fast rules around them here.
Around here. Okay. Get TCG dude, if you'll get the next 3, I'll do some more.
Yeah, I got you.
Thank you guys.
Mm-hmm. Some game changers have shown up in recent pre-constructed decks, like Jessica's Will. However, the pre-constructed level of core, bracket 2, allows for 0 game changers. How will this influence future pre-constructed deck designs? It's true that bracket 2 is the average modern day pre-constructed level, but the emphasis is on average. Modern Horizons 3 commander decks and secret layer decks aren't in that mix, for example, and are places these cards can go. Depending on how the adoption of this system goes, this could go several ways. Just like how some people will use Rule 0 to include a game changer, I could imagine an incredibly appropriate game changer in a pre-constructed deck potentially being acceptable. I could even imagine a future, if this is popular enough, where brackets are included on product packaging and we could occasionally release pre-constructed decks at different levels depending on the set. Imagine a highly thematic and flavorful set of 4 bracket 1 decks or a set of juiced up bracket 3 decks.
And that's all just speculation. I got it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, at this point, it's far too early to be working on that kind of thing. But in any case, when it comes to reprints, there will be plenty of places to put these cards. The system doesn't preclude us from making sure there are ways to get the cards out there in the future, including in potential pre-constructed decks. All right. So there you go.
I have a comment about that real quick.
Yeah, let's go.
So as much as people are probably gonna poo-poo on all that, this isn't the first time that Wizards has put a player level, we'll say, or some sort of indicator on the power level of a product. Back in the day, there used to be basic, advanced, and expert, and it would indicate, a starter product versus pretty much your traditional draft booster out of a booster box. Not that those were probably very successful design choices, but I recall them, and honestly, as a little 10-year-old Timmy at the time of seeing those labelings, of course it felt cool to be like, oh, I want the expert one, oh, I want that badass one. Right. So I can see a future where EDH decks, precons have these power brackets on there. So for events, right, because the main benefit I see for this being a thing is for stores and event organizers to, corral players into the appropriate tables and zones. And if somebody didn't bring a deck or just wants to play with a precon, they can grab one off the shelf and then sit in their appropriate spot.
Right. Exactly.
The problem I see now is, of course, they're going to make, it tiered. So, like, your standard precon will be like, would be like a 2, obviously. And then they'll have the expert ones, or like, as you say, the expert, or God, I forget what they called it. But anyways, bracket 4. They're gonna be selling those decks at a premium price. That's why I'm kind of like, ugh. And also there's that, and there's another thing I'll bring up later. I think we're almost done with this article. Okay, now what's interesting. Okay, So I'll continue here. We'll finish out the article and then we'll get into it. Will you
Sure.
intentionally begin designing cards to go straight into the game changers list? No. At Wizards, we don't see this as a tool to create even more powerful cards for Commander or anything of the sort. Lies. It's something to help matchmaking, not one to give us an excuse to push the envelope. Yeah, right. If it makes Papa Hasbro a couple of extra bucks, they're going to push it. All right. Is there a way for online tools I use to easily tell what bracket my deck is? This is something I wanted to roll out and get adopted to the many community tools people use. It's important that a community format involves great community resources after all. We've gone ahead and given the popular deck building websites Archideck and Moxfield, as well as the popular Magic search engine Skyfall, a heads up on this entire system. You should begin to see them implement very quickly as soon as shortly as this article goes live. And they did. That was somewhat impressive. I play Magic Online. Yeah. So EDH Rec, Moxfield, Skyfall, and I'm not familiar with Archideck, but they've already rolled those out. So if you have a deck on there, it will automatically tell you if you have game changers in it and what tier you should be in. So that's kind of cool. I'll give them that, but they would have done that on their own anyways. I play Magic Online. Can this help me there? Daybreak Games and their Magic Online T are aware and are working on a potential implementation of this. Stay tuned for them for further announcements. Again, they are no longer owned by Hasbro or Wizards of the Coast, so it's up to them when they decide to implement it. I don't see the question.
As the only person, I believe, on the panel currently that plays Magic Online, I'm excited about that news.
Yeah. I don't see the question I was looking for answered here. Where should I look? Check out Commander Panel on the official Magic Discord for a place to post but your questions. All right, we're done with the article. Wait. Okay. Bam. So I see some issues. Where do you guys want to start, man? Because this is craziness, right? We already have some people in chat dislike the new system. I kind of agree with a lot of their points, but what do you think, Robert?
So to start with, me and my play group are just going to continue how we play, and which is high level CEDH style. And that's what we enjoy. We don't care about the commander brackets. It doesn't really affect us any. And if you're in a private play group, just play how you want to play. This doesn't affect your private games. This is only for like tournaments and things of that nature.
Right.
So.
Yeah, I don't imagine it affecting us much. So the big question is the unbans. Honestly, I think they're going to hold out until they can print whatever ban card into the next set and go, oh, by the way, it's legal now in bracket 4 and 5. I could see them unbanning stuff and going into bracket 5 for CEDH. However, I don't think they're going to ban anything significant, and everyone's waiting for April. Unless they're printing it in a set, I don't think that Jeweled Lotus or Mana Crypto will be touched anytime soon. But it could change. A lot of people are specking on that. TCG dude, what do you think about that, bro? I honestly, I don't think they're going to touch the main ones because it's so problematic at this moment.
Well, I think you definitely touched on a possibility there as far as the ban list goes. Not shaking up anything until product is on shelves with the new bracket system makes sense.
Yeah.
Because then they can move from that point forward. In general, I think this is necessary, right? Even if it's sloppy, even if, people don't like it, right? No matter what you do, whether you make good product, bad product, somebody's going to be unhappy, right? But it just gives a baseline,
Yeah.
So I was thinking about the comparison of like matchmaking earlier, and anybody that knows me knows I'm a big Halo guy and Call of Duty and stuff, right? And I played Halo 3 back in the day. And anybody that played knows that if you came across a rank 55, a 5-star general, unless you were also that, you're in for a bad time.
Yeah. Right.
Right. So it was nice to have matchmaking, right? Halo matchmaking was probably one of the best online matchmaking systems you know, in its period of existence and probably to date. And so this is some sort of system that folks can attempt to find reasonable games, you know. And if it doesn't work, well, then it's not going to work. It's going to fall flat on its face, and they'll try and fix it, and that'll be that. But
Yeah, exactly.
you know, it's it's not going to be enjoyable though if everybody complains about it the whole time.
Yeah, exactly. What's up, Cane Shaker?
We're Magic players. We have to find a reason to complain.
Yeah.
Well,
exactly. Tradition.
Johnny says as deck with 2-card or 3 2-card infinite combos is a 2 on a Mox field. Yeah. Well, you know, they put together, in their defense, they put together something hastily. It just seems kind of like, oh crap, the assignment's due, so let's go ahead and get it done in the last week or two. You know?
Yeah, like they only put half of the Thassa's Oracle combo on there. They didn't put Demonic Consultation. So
yeah. Right. There's a lot of other broken cards that have not made the list yet, but we're gonna see a lot of people break tier 1 because there's a lot of a-holes out there that just really want to pub stomp, you know. So I could see it. Like some of my decks, I think is a little bit more high power. However, they're still tier 1s because, like I said, I'm very sparse with my tutors. So yeah. That's the fun part right there. Yeah, what is going to be unbanned? Me personally, again, not financial advice or massive magic knowledge because I've been playing for a while, but only really playing the last since 2018. I really don't think they're going to touch Mana Crypt or Jeweled Lotus anytime soon. I think it would be kind of, I mean, people would rejoice and, you know, they might just throw it into a CEH bracket, but I think they're going to avoid it because remember they plan the sets out like 2 years in advance. So them coming up with anything that will change things immediately, I mean, I guess they could sneak a card in there, but I honestly don't think they'll touch those two. You know, a lot of people are specking hard on it. Yeah.
To be honest, I kind of disagree on for the one basis that banning those 2 cards really put a sour taste in a lot of players' mouths.
Yeah.
And so by unbanning them, that would regain some of that favor with some of these players who got really ticked off.
Yeah. I agree with that. I mean, they might want to come out as the big saviors and do that, but I think it's too hot of a topic, or too hot of cards that they'll do anything that drastic come April. But you guys are entitled to your own opinion. I have nothing to back up mine. So, I mean, hey, if they're going to bring it back, sweet. I only own 1 Mana Crypt, so it's like, yay, I can use it in a deck, maybe, if they unban it.
That thing shot up in value, by the way. Shout out to
a lot of people
and his market movers. Yeah, so you can
people
get a move on that.
People expect they're going to move that quick on that card. I don't think they are, but you never know. It could happen. Yeah.
Looking at the list, there's only really 1 card that catches my eye, and that's Rofalos.
Rofalos?
Llanowar Emissary. Yeah.
Okay.
That might be another one on here, but like if they go to unban Recurring Nightmare, that's just no, don't do that.
Or Gristlebrand.
Or no, not Gristlebrand or Yogg's Bargain. Time Vault. Yeah, no. But Rofalos, that he could see an unbanning, I think.
Well, I'm pretty sure he's been outpowered already, right?
Yeah, pretty much. He just provides a crap ton of green mana, so
yeah.
Probably gonna Rofalos some feathers.
Oh.
Watch out! Watch out!
Here's the game changers again, guys. Yeah, it's so funny because I think Jake and Joel, because I did the live stream on this when they were covering it, and then I popped over to Jake and Joel's, and Jake was so salty that they didn't touch more in green. It was funny. But I mean, they hardly touch anything in red or green, and Gamble's too much of a gamble for, like, I don't know. It's a good tutor, but I can see why I didn't make the list.
It is not a good tutor.
Yeah. Yeah. So
According
yeah,
to
I agree.
Moxfield, it is.
Yeah, right.
Talked about the
Coalition
Coalition
victory.
Coalition victory in the stream. That almost sure that will be removed from the ban list.
Oh
Okay.
hell yeah! I'm excited about that. That was one of my like OG Timmy cards because
Heck
I
yeah.
got in. Yeah, Time Spiral, original Time Spiral had that in the auxiliary list or whatever you'd call it, the time shifted list. And yeah, dude, right? Thank you, Robert Sable. Yeah, dude, I tried jamming that in the 60 card 5-color dragon deck. Never resolved.
Nope,
Oh,
never
man.
will.
Never will.
Hey, Dual Brain, how you doing, buddy? Yeah. So honestly, a lot of people are specking hard, thinking that they're gonna do. I mean, they might do one of them. I don't know, man. I could see Dockside coming back sooner than Mana Crypt and Jeweled Lotus, but you never know.
No. Dockside is he's busted. Just ephemerate him a couple times, see what happens.
Oh yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, all three are busted. I'm just saying, you know.
Oh.
There's your Luskin. Yo.
So, Prime Time from the ban list, Primeval Titan. That could be interesting. The only thing is POA is that opens up for the Vesuva combo or Thespian Stage combo with Dark Depths.
Yeah, wouldn't that's almost 3 card though, but yeah, right?
Yeah, but no, I mean, really, you just bring out Prime Time and that's it. You get both of those lands.
Oh man.
And then so you have a 20/20 immediately.
Jeez. Yeah, there is that, but they've been reprinting him, and you know, I could see them doing that before Mana Crypt or Jewel Lotus, but correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know if they're looking for brownie points this early, but it could see an unbanning. What about any other cards on the ban list?
Oh, let's see here. Sylvan Primordial, that was a rough time when he was around, and Prophet of Krufix was the same. Just unbanned power.
Is Luris on anybody's radar? I remember that being like problematic in standard.
Luris.
The kitty, the 3/2 kitty that brings back from the graveyard 2 mana stuff.
Oh, he's not banned in Commander.
Right. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I imagine not a lot of people run him, but I don't know. Commander's not really my format.
That is fair. All right, here's
Yeah.
the list. This is for Commander, Ancestral Recall, Balance.
Yeah, Johnny, let's do it.
Black Lotus. Fast Bond.
That Flash is pretty busted. Gifts Ungiven is like free 2 cards.
Gifts Ungiven's oh wow.
Yeah,
didn't they just print that in the Commander Masters?
No, that was Dominaria remastered, I think, maybe.
Oh, okay.
I could be thinking wrong. Or it was no, it was Double Masters 2.
Okay. Dude.
Bruh.
Okay. Caracas, Leovold. Let's see that one. Library of Alexandria. And resources, Mana Crypt, Mox, all the Moxes. Wonder if I see any of these unbanned come come April, let me know, guys. Sunring Titan, Time Vault and Walk, probably not.
Yeah.
And
Sylvan
then you could take, huh?
Primordial won't be because it's a 6-for-1, so that's not going to happen.
And any of the ones that are reserve list, obviously, that they're not coming back because they can't print it. All right. Okay. Cool. Well, guys, I hope that you guys are ready to participate. My next section is going to be specking on some cards for Tarkir, Dragonstorm coming up, and of course Final Fantasy. If you guys have any ideas in chat, holler, let me know. I was kind of gonna go look into some certain typal/tribal potential. We all know dragons, and unfortunately, I'm horrible at names. But there is a dragon coming out of Baldur's Gate. And basically, you hurt my dragon, you take the damage. If you guys remember which one that is. I don't have my dragon deck next to me, so see.
Oh, I know which one
These
you're
are me.
talking about. I thought it was in. Yeah, I agree. POA Shahrazad needs to burn.
Bring back Andy for bracket 5. That's right.
So for a card I like is
I
the Orb of Dragonkind. It's not actually a dragon; it's an artifact like mana rock. And
Oh yeah.
yeah, it came out of the D&D Adventures in the Forgotten Realms set.
Yep.
I think that might see some play in, say, like Pioneer Dragons.
All right, bear with me. I'm a very slow typer, so go ahead and we're gonna go ahead and get.
So can I
TCG
take
up here?
Can I take an obvious one?
Sure, but let me type in this thing here first. Okay. So we were looking. What was it called?
Dragon Orb or Orb of Dragonkind. That was what it was. They said.
Hell yeah.
Jade Orber or Orb of Dragonkind. There you go. Okay. So you guys can see what we're talking about here.
Oh, they even have an ampersand version, which everybody knows is a higher ticket.
Yo. So the foil's up there. Let's go normal. It's already started picking up. Wow. I remember when this was like a few cent card. Yeah, it's showing here. Yeah, already spiking. There you go. Again, if you guys aren't familiar, add 2 mana any combination of colors. Spend this only to cast dragon spells or activate abilities of dragons. You can pay 1, sack the orb, look for the top 7 cards in your library. You may reveal a dragon card from among them and put it into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. Yeah, this one's already spiking. Oh, yeah. Okay. Good call. Good call. What did you have, Robert?
So Tarkir is a tricolor set,
right.
Teamer and all that. The Triomes, straight up. It's gonna be the Triomes, that mana base.
Okay.
Agreed.
Like Ketria Triome, Rogren Triome, all that.
Right. There might be a couple that spike higher than others because of common dragon colors. But yeah, you're right, though. The tricolor action
I need help
is
spelling.
Triome.
Oh, well, I can try that.
You can triome it.
You can triome
it.
Dad jokes coming out strong tonight.
Yes.
All right, these are already starting to pick back up, which is a good sign.
You know what's picking up is your trial my patience. Now go and pick up them toys.
That's right. That's right. This one's picked up a little bit. You can see these are starting to already spike a little bit. Okay. Savai. Is that what I was on? No. Savai. Okay. Oh, that's the one we just looked at. Yeah, these were for the longest time were like under $10 almost. It was crazy. This one's a little bit lower, but that is in green, blue, and red. It's kind of surprising.
Yeah, they fluctuated price-wise a lot. I remember I was trying to pitch a couple of Triomes to pair up with the box break I had going, and they were about $20 at that time. So it's kind of interesting to see those charts there, how much they fluctuated.
Well, I expect once they announce the commander decks, these should pop up like a lot. The more recent
unless
ones,
they get
though,
reprinted in it. Oh man,
that's true.
I
would kill
fully
it.
expect them to reprint it. Actually, you know what? Let's just call it here and now, months ahead of time. They're reprinting Triomes in the Dragons decks.
Well, that would make sense. I don't know if they will though. They're definitely not doing. I think they said it officially that they're definitely not bringing back fetches. So it's kind of weird. Tarkir set without fetches, but I do imagine that they would be hardcore on the dragons though, for sure.
Yeah, they're pretty anti-fetch in first standard.
Yeah. All right. And did anyone find that dragon name?
Oh hell.
I'm trying to see if I have that old deck box around here. Damn it. Okay, I think it was.
I think Far North has it. Wrathful Red Dragon.
Yes. Wrathful Red Dragon.
Doesn't count when you go on a dragon hunt, though.
Dragon's Approach from flippin' Strixhaven.
Oh yes. Oh yeah. We'll check that one here in a minute. Hey, what's up, Far North? How are you doing, buddy? Oh, it was Double Masters. Okay. Got it. Thank you. Want to see them finish Tricolor Elder Dragon cycle. Oh yeah. Since there's 6 of the 10 released with Paya, the 5 OG Elder Dragons Core Legends 19. Oh yeah. Okay. So this one is still cheap. If you don't have one, pick it up, especially if you want to run dragon decks. I love this thing. It's only like $1, $2. That's my personal spec, unless they throw it in a precon, which I don't think they have yet. See all versions. No. Oh yeah, I'm gonna look up Dragon's Approach here in a minute. That one's always been staying pretty steady though, around like $3 to $5. And your extendos, okay. So it was Dragon's Approach. And it's still a buck. I think the foil is fetching 3. Yeah.
Closer to
See,
5.
there you go. Gonna catch it ahead of the curve.
Yup. All right, this one should spike up unless it sees a reprint. And this is one of those you can have as many as you want in a deck. I've never messed with it, but I have collected a few, so I do expect to see this one go up a little bit. What else? Oh, the invasion ones aren't the okay. So I need names because I know the ones from Core 19. I just don't remember the names.
From Core 19? Arcades, Nicol Bolas. That was Arcades, the strategist, I think.
Yeah. Ooh. Dang.
Yeah.
You shot up.
Those are the foil ones. You can
Okay.
get it non-foil.
Foil.
For pretty cheap.
Holy crap. That's got to be. Okay. Yeah, $5. Okay. Yeah. This was a $1 or $2 for the longest time. Oh no, I stand corrected. It's been around a $4 card for a while.
Yeah, it bouncies.
Yeah. This one might see some if there's some strong green, white, blue. What's another one? Arcades and
Nicol Bolas, but I don't expect to see him in the next set. I expect him to see in the Ravager in Edge of Eternities is where I expect to see Bolas come back.
Okay. Wow. It's still up there though. When did it start peaking? It's on 15. Okay, so this has been staying around $15 to $20. So this might, just because it's a dragon, maybe.
Yeah.
Okay. Any other suggestions from?
He's also a planeswalker, so he can flip.
Yeah. Yep. Oh yeah. Palladia Moors. Okay. Palladia. P-A. Probably not spelling it right. Oh, Palad. There you go.
And then Chromium is the last one. Down. There you go. Palladium Moors, the Ruiner, or whatever. Right there.
Okay. Green, red, and white. Okay. This one doesn't seem.
Nah.
Nah.
Chromium. It's the last one.
Oh yeah. The mutable?
Yep.
I always thought this was a janky one.
Yeah, he's janky.
Yeah, I could see these jankies. It's still a buck.
He ain't as good as he was in Legends.
Okay, and I'm back. Yeah, so just talking on what I'm seeing here. Yeah, Chromium the Mutable. This was actually one of my very first commander decks, along with Arcades. Yeah,
Nice.
one of the popular content creators out there, Covert Go Blue, is known for playing Chromium the Mutable.
Okay.
CGB.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Any other suggestions from chat? Hey, what's up, Coach? How you doing? Well, we're focusing on dragons. What do you guys think for? I heard something about archons possibly. For and griffins. For Final Fantasy. You guys have played that more than I have, so I've only watched a couple games played, kind of thing. So, what can you expect for Final Fantasy?
Pure Steel Paladin.
Yeah, anything equipment related, for sure.
Okay.
And then enchantments.
Pure. And we just had some reprints on those, but
yeah.
It's kind of hard to say, honestly. I wouldn't want to go into this one half baked because there's like a lot of good potential for guesses. But the thing is that Final Fantasy is similar to D&D in that they're like bestiary is so wide, right? From birds to dragons to wizards and whatever. So there's a wide net to cast.
Just to interject, they better have the fat chocobo in there. I swear.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. So if you guys have any suggestions or thoughts for Final Fantasy, let me know. And I don't remember the color combos. I just know Jund wasn't one of them, as that's on Alara. The 3 color combos coming out of Tarkir.
Teamer was one.
Ooh, I got one. Hold on. For the Final Fantasy, Hero's Blade is gonna get the Godzilla treatment and be the Buster Sword.
Heck yeah.
Hell yeah.
Little 10 center.
I know it's a crap card, but it goes on a legendary, and there's going to be a lot of named Final Fantasy characters, and quite a few of them are known for having swords, like specifically Cloud and Sephiroth.
Okay.
And the gun sword, right? From one of the
games. Yeah, Squall, yeah.
Okay. Magic card or no?
Oh no, not yet.
No, not yet. Okay. Dragon's Roost. Okay. Oh, roast.
Who will be Cloud for Final Fantasy? Jace.
Yeah.
He's always the hero.
Let's see. I am one of the 205 decks running Palladium Morse, the Ruiner as commander. Ooh, all right, nice.
Hell yeah. I feel you on that, Johnny. I actually have a Naya retro frame commander deck, and that can be either a lieutenant or the helm. Rith and Johan from Legends are the other two that alternate for the helm.
No, that's awesome.
Thanks.
Yeah, for sure. I'm gonna sneak this in real quick here while you guys are thinking in the chat. Just a little progress. We are almost done with the loaded squirrel. I'd love to run it this weekend. That way, we can have a mass shipping day on Tuesday or Wednesday. But we have exactly 2 more VIPs to close out the loaded squirrel. And the first round, we missed the super squirrels. So there's 2 of them in there to get on the super VIP list. Also, we missed a lot of the bigger cards too, round 1. So this last round is going to be super loaded. I did save back at least half, with the exception of a few that contributed theirs on the first round. So everyone still has pulls in this last box. I made sure to make it even Steven on that. That way you don't miss out on the box topper from Lord of the Rings. There's about 16 Lord of the Rings packs left in the mix, as well as a lot of value cards. I just juiced it up and I have to add 7 more. So probably like 3 or 4 $10 cards are just in the mix, as well as some really fun stuff. So if we can close that out, that would be awesome. Thank you, Robert. You just jumped in. So, go ahead and send and we'll get that handled. And we only have 2 VIPs left. So if you guys want to help out and jump in and get some really cool cards, much appreciated. Hit me up. If we can please to close it this weekend, that would be awesome. All right. Now, if anyone, any other suggestions, go ahead.
I sent before the show, by the way.
Oh, okay. Okay. No worries.
So
I'll get that corrected in the sheet here in a minute.
So Cavern of Souls is pretty obvious, because if we're going to look at tribal type things, Secluded Courtyard.
When's the last time they printed that?
Plaza of Heroes. What, Cavern?
Yeah.
LCI, wasn't it?
Yeah. Okay. This doesn't have the extendo or fancies, but this has been staying strong between 30 and 40. I think it just got a dip for the last printing. But yeah, definitely this one for Typal for sure. Another one too, unless they print it soon, and it's been a while since they've done it, is oh man, come on. Urza's Incubator. Oh, yeah.
That was Modern Horizons 3. Just
Yeah,
got
3.
downshifted to rare.
Ah, okay. I doubt they'll bring this out in
anyway.
Yeah. Because it was Mythic and then it went down to Rare and Commander C list.
Yeah, it was Mythic and DMR and Dominaria Remastered, and then now Rare and MH3. So, yeah, I'd expect any of the common tribal to take a spike for commander-wise. Yeah.
I mean, I doubt they'll reprint that so soon because it's not even back up to $20 again. So,
I mean, Doubling Season got like what, 3 reprints in 4 months while I was out.
Yep, it did.
so
yeah,
The
other thing too is I don't know if you guys noticed, but Baldur's Gate had a lot of elf and a lot of dragon tribal. So there's a lot of cards out of that, like the Wrathful Red Dragon's one of my favorites. But
Miram the Sentinel Worm.
Oh yeah. That got reprinted to death though, no?
All I know is that was the only dragon I tended to pull out of my boxes, so
yeah, right. I can't spell Miriam. I just can't. I know.
Try Sentinel Worm. I can't remember
Okay,
if it's
got it.
WY. I think it's WYRM. I don't remember. I don't have one in front of me.
There we go. There's Miriam.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is out of Commander Legends Battle. Only $2 right now, but again, it depends on what is good in green, blue, and red. I do like it for the ward,
Yeah.
but
That is one of the tricolor combos of Tarkir, though. So
right, I could see it happening. That might spike a little bit.
Absolutely.
Yo,
Hey, I hate to be this guy, but I got mad baby aggro right now, so I have to
okay.
go.
hey,
No
I
worries,
feel
man.
that.
Hey, thanks for joining me. And if you're up later, bro, we are cracking Chris's. It's in. So we will be cracking this tonight. We got 3 of them to crack. So probably in a couple hours we'll get to these. We have one for My Three Stooges, one for Genesis Nightmare, and one for me. Tomorrow we will be doing the playbooster battle. And depending if we can close out the loaded squirrel, I might have upwards of 3 streams on Saturday. We're going to have your sponsored box and the collector battle. And if we don't close out loaded squirrel, I'll go ahead and do the giveaway Saturday, but it could be Sunday for the giveaway play boosters. If you guys have not got in on that yet, you have basically a day, maybe 2, to get in on it. And let me I had it readily accessible, of course, but not so much now. Bruh.
Alrighty. Well, yeah, man.
All right,
you'll
man.
probably catch
Have a
me
good
in the
one.
Chat later for that. It'll be perfect to feed the baby the bottle.
All right.
Hell
bud.
yeah, brother. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
All right. I'm
All
pulling
right,
up the
later,
loop
friends.
for you guys. Have a good one, man.
Good night.
Here we
So,
go.
looking
Sorry,
at
I'm
these.
just trying to copy.
Oh, you're good. Looking at these questions in chat, yeah, Final Fantasy could have all the swords reprinted as toppers. That would be pretty sweet.
The which one?
Johnny asked, stated that it could have all the swords reprinted as toppers, and
Oh, yeah.
that would be pretty sweet. They could even bring in Excalibur from what's it called, Assassin's Creed too, as well. Do you think Final Fantasy will have a new mechanic? Yes, I do.
Oh, yes.
I think there's going to be, honestly, I think there's going to be something like materia that you can put onto equipment.
Like what?
Materia, it's like spirit gems or what have you that you can attach to your equipment in Final Fantasy games to power yourself up. So I would, if they go with that, that would be pretty neat.
Oh, yeah.
And
Yeah.
oh, go ahead.
Oh, no, go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna answer, Coach. Will it be more like Assassin's Creed or Fallout? Considering that the new universe is
It's a
beyond
whole
rules, it's gonna be a full
it's gonna
set.
be a whole set. Yeah.
So it'll be more like a regular standard set, but I'd expect a higher price.
Yeah. And shameless plug on that, guys. We will be I from my new seller. I will have the flash sale stuff. I'll probably announce in Discord first. But this set for Final Fantasy, and especially Marble, is going to be very difficult and very aggravating for most. But especially Marvel, from my experience and Dan's experience, they are probably, oh man, Dan,
Yeah.
scalpers galore. Let's just put it that way.
It is. I feel like with the Marvel stuff, you're gonna want to get on it early and quick because the scalpers are gonna absolutely be on it.
It will sell out quick. Like once I
Yeah.
put the announcement, buy then, like buy immediately. because it's just going to go. It's going to be fast. Final Fantasy, I don't think will be as bad, but do get in on the pre-orders and make sure you diversify. If you can afford it, get it from multiple sellers. I have a feeling it's going to creep up past 300 very soon, like immediately. That is, of course, if they don't decide to come out and say, "Oh, well, we got this thing. Okay, let's $400 for a freaking collector right off the bat." They could, man. They could. I don't know, man. But hey, what's up, Core? How you doing? Yeah. Dude. I don't know, man. We haven't seen anything yet. Let's just put it that way. When Spider-Man comes out, it's gonna be dumb. It's just gonna be so dumb. But as far as Final Fantasy goes, when is that slated? I know they actually put a
June?
date on that. Oh yeah, June something. I remember it now. Final. I'll get the exact date for you guys. Fantasy. MTG. Hello. Thank you. Okay. No, received news. I'm gonna put release date. June 13th. So we figure about a month and a half before that. So June.
So right around when Tarkir drops ish.
Yeah. I should get the flash sale probably at release of that. If you guys are saving up for it, hit me up. The price is going to be nice. However, the only drawback is that we'll get it the week of release or after the week after. I was fortunate to get this before tomorrow, so pretty awesome. But usually they can be a little bit later, but the prices will be super good. So I don't know what will be allocated that I can order, but do get in on whatever special booster or gift bundle or whatever. Get on those ASAP, and of course the collectors. So play boosters should be around for a bit. I wouldn't rush too much on that, except for, of course, to fill the battle so that we can, have fun. But yeah, be on the lookout for that. Tarkir is March,
April.
April. That's right. Yeah. Okay, let's do Tarkir.
Rapidly approaching.
Oh yeah, I know my buddy My Three Stooges has said put everything in on that. I was like, okay. I kind of wanted it too because dragons, but big dragon freak here. I collect them all, even ones outside my color pie. Release date is April 11th. So we should be seeing the flash sale on that a little bit before mid-March. I will announce in the Discord and Patreon as soon as I get those prices. I don't foresee it for selling out immediately, but it depends on spoiler season. But it's going to be way before spoiler season. And it's my understanding that they're holding stores ransom, depending on their orders for Tarkir, on what they'll get for Final Fantasy. So I just heard the rumor. I don't really need to back it up, but I have a feeling that's kind of the drill.
Yeah, gotta push that
what's up,
UB.
Cap? What's that?
Gotta push that UB, that Universe is Beyond.
Oh yeah, baby. Oh yeah. Anything else in the chat that you guys want to spec on for both those sets? I know it's a little too early for Final Fantasy, but I did hear something about Archons and Griffins. What was like the big, strong Griffin? I mean, you got Archon of Cruelty, obviously, but
there was a strong Griffin?
I don't know. That's the question. Is there?
I don't think so.
Well,
Core,
anything that pushes. Go ahead.
Core, no. Next set is Tarkir in April.
Tarkir in April. Yeah.
Yeah. So
that's right. Hey, Haley, how you doing? Oh yeah. The replay is a fun box for everyone. Oh, dude. Yeah. It was super fun. So tonight here, probably about an hour. I'm gonna get some dinner in me, and then I will have 30 minutes to basically set up things. So be on the lookout for that. We'll be opening up the Finish Light bundles tonight. Tomorrow, as it is Single Awareness Day, around 4:20, I will be firing the playbooster box battle. If you guys are in that, stay tuned for that. I know most will dip to Twitch stream after that, so just doing the one box. Saturday at 4:20, we will be doing the collectors. Possibly, depending if we can close out the loaded squirrel, maybe finish off the loaded squirrel. But if not, if we still haven't closed that out, we'll go ahead and do the giveaway on Saturday. If we do close out loaded squirrel, I will push it to Sunday early in the 4:20 again. But we'll see. But that's basically the plan for this weekend. I will try to do something fun tomorrow night as well. We'll probably have to wait till after Twitch stream, but be on the lookout for that. It'll be late. Oh yeah, there's actually a City of Ass card.
Yeah. And there's a whole cycle of asses.
Exactly. And stoked for fantasy, not into Spider-Man. Yeah. Well, as I said, you and I got to talk, Haley, on that. Save some money for that because, like I said, the prices are gonna. It's gonna. I bet by release they're gonna try to push like 300 for the collectors. If they start it at a reasonable rate, I really don't think they will. I think it'll start at 300. Whereas collectors, you'll get they'll try to start off at 275 or 250 or something. I think on those sets they'll start off at 300. I'm sure. If they don't go, milk it, let's go 400. I don't know, man. We'll see. So Archon and Griffins. Yeah, what's a strong Griffin? Is my question.
That's
a
really good
unset
question.
Oh yeah, no, Speed Robo's out. The stuff he sent was for promo in summer, so I guess they just wanted me to make sure that I got the test kit early. So, so it might switch up, Haley. I don't know. We'll see. But you're coming early anyways, so what does it matter? Anyways, all right. So, any other suggestions? Like, I'm still trying to figure out what a strong Griffin is. I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think there actually is one.
What was that moth from Ikoria?
Oh,
I think that will spike for sure.
The brood moth.
Brood moth, yeah.
She's luminous brood moth, that one.
Yeah. This one should see a spike. It was in the Bloomburrow deck.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah. So
that's why it's low, but it should see a spike. Oh, it's an insect. Never mind. Nope.
And she was a special guest.
Yeah. But not broodmoth. It's an insect. So no. We're looking for Archons and Griffins.
Yeah, no. Griffins, not. I can't think of any. Then the strongest Archon that I can think of is Archon of Cruelty. The Ravnica Archons are all, blue-white. Not very mentionable or anything.
Okay. Well, someone was spec'd on that early for potential typal/tribal stuff coming. Yeah. So good times. But yeah. Any other things you guys can think of for potential cards that you might need? We know we covered some in dragons, but if you guys have any other dragon suggestions, more stuff to help the tribe, I guess. Of course, Herald's Horn, and for it being uncommon, it's very uncommon.
Patchwork Banner.
Oh yeah, Herald's
Horn, Patchwork Banner, Banner of Kinship, possibly, but that's in Foundations. You might see legendary spikes too. Like stuff that affects legendary creatures, like oh, what was that called? Flowering of the White Tree
Flowering.
from. Yeah, there it is. Flowering of the White Tree from Lord of the Rings. Because there was a lot of legendary creatures.
Oh yeah. Well, this one's been staying pretty strong. Let's see. Yeah. That might get a little bit of a spike.
Yeah.
'Cause I don't remember pulling much of this one, but you know me, I filtered it out because it wasn't my colors. Let's see.
Right into the pull game with you.
Right, Cole. Huh. All right. So, as I have to get on dinner and get this set up here for the stream, we will be cracking these here in a little bit. We got 3 of them. So tune them back in here in about hour and a half. I know it's a little late for some, but good times. I'll be doing some little fun janky giveaways as well. So tune in for that. And then again, tomorrow, I'll have a special late stream, but around 4:20 or 7:20 for your East Coast heads, we will be doing the Play Booster box battle. Saturday, 4:20, we'll be doing the collector battle and your sponsored box. And unless we close out the loaded squirrel, which I hope we do, as we only have 2 VIPs left. So 20 more pulls and we can spin out for all the good stuff. It's going to be loads of fun. So I hope we can close it out. If we do, that will be a little bit later in the evening. And then if not, I will go ahead and do the drawing for the giveaway. Or I might do that and possibly do a thing Sunday on top of late night EDH. So we're figuring it out. But I hope that we can close out the loaded squirrel. That way, Tuesday and Wednesday, I can get all the stuff shipped out for those that pay for shipping. So other than that, I am planning on at least one package Tuesday or Wednesday. So if you guys want stuff shipped, aren't in on any of the battles or whatnot, that is the plan, is to go there. So if you want your stuff shipped, hit me up.
Sweet.
Oh, there you go. Griffin Canyon. Griffin. Yeah, I'm like, I know, Griffin, like.
Yeah, just draw a blank.
There we go. All right. Pay 1, add 1 colorless mana to your mana pool. Untap target Griffin. That Griffin gets +1/+1 till the end of turn. Yeah, if any Griffin has decent tap effects. Okay. Interesting. I don't even know about this land. Oh, and you guys didn't even see it. Damn, right there. Bam.
Bam.
All right. Yeah. All right, cool. Well, we're going to go ahead and wrap up. Robert, do you got anything that you want to plug?
Oh, no, sir. No, sir. Just here to hang out and have fun.
Hell yeah. Well, it's glad to have you back, man. It's been a minute. And I know the lack of Peppa Pig was disappointing, but they kind of got on me about it.
Dang it.
I know.
Poor Peppa.
Hey, that's right. Well, your new fixation is the frog anyways.
That's hey.
I hope we pull one
seen
for
that
you.
frog?
If I get the frog land, I will trade you on one of the yellow cards. So I'll just let you know.
Sure. Sounds good to me.
All right, KJ Cowboy Dan, got anything to plug? I know you got a Wednesday show.
Yeah, we got Wednesday with Jesse Hellwheeler. You know, we've been hanging out, doing things, talking about stuff. Little podcast idea that we've been toying with and playing with for now 17 episodes next week. So hey,
Nice.
We've been rocking it. Pretty much talking about everything nobody ever wanted to know, nobody cares about, but they're going to listen to us talk anyway. We're probably going to play with some little jank AI and make AI say something inappropriate. Who knows? You know,
Nice.
Lately we've been having AI write things that Jesse has to read because our American followers are perverts and want to hear a British girl talking British. I don't understand.
Yeah. Right.
But it's doing pretty good. And then last night we stayed up until 3:30 in the morning playing Bloons Tower Defense, hoping my computer wouldn't die. And we had
God, I know.
even
Even the old version taxes your system bad.
Oh, I know. It's just horrible. I was down to 1 frame per second and couldn't close the game out.
Jeez.
So we were just sitting there talking on Discord while I was dying. Couldn't move my controller.
Oh, man.
But I had 17 people like just in my YouTube channel watching,
Nice.
according to the analytics, at like that stayed like over an hour. It was sweet. 17 people.
Awesome.
And it was like an 8-hour stream. So
Nice. Michael Subacker, what's up, man? All right. Hey, what's up, guys? So again, tonight we're going to be cracking 3 of these here in about I'm gonna try to do an hour. It depends on how long dinner takes, but probably about an hour. We're gonna crack 3 of these, and then Friday. Oh, where'd you go? They're here. Whoa, there's one. Okay. It's all buried. Sorry. Friday, we'll do the battle. Just 1 box. It'll be at 4:20 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. 7:20 for your East Coast heads. So we got this battle. Again, depends if we close out Loaded Squirrel by Saturday. If we do, we'll have the collectors battle and your sponsored box there, Robert, on Saturday at 4:20, 7:20 Eastern Time. And possibly a little bit after that, we will either do the Loaded Squirrel or the giveaway. So if you guys aren't in it yet, make sure that you guys are. Share the love, and there's links also if you want to do a little bit more homework to get an entry in on Facebook and Discord. But I think everyone's pretty much in it already, so good times. And yeah, we'll do a special thing on Friday night for Single Awareness 2. Not sure what yet, but I'll let you guys know. But it will be after Twiddler's stream. Other than that, guys, I want to thank you all for coming today and stay awesome. If you guys haven't checked it out yet, I did put up Dinobite. I didn't advertise it or anything. If you guys can go there and give it some ear love, much appreciated. I had fun with the video too. Made sure to find a bunch of old, like really old animated CGI dinos. It's amazing. Anyways, stay awesome all. Full weekend ahead. And yeah, make sure that you stay awesome. We'll catch you next time. Bye.